almost always win, but it was just so refreshing to finally see. It was just, I don't know. I just liked how it stirred things up. It made things different. But one thing that I don't like changed about my Pokemon is just Ash. Like, what the hell? In Pokemon Sun and Moon, the art style is starting to sort of grow on me. It's different. Like, at first I was just barfing, but now I'm kind of like, I can get past it, I guess. But the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime, it's totally a different style, because they switched to computer, because I guess it's easier, and it probably is, because I've worked with, like, Adobe and stuff. But it's just, it's not as, I don't know, it's not as detailed, and I feel like it's kind of sloppy at times. But if you can get past the art, even then, I'm not impressed with the story, because I was thinking about this a lot with the older anime. Like, none of the anime really follows the game, because look, you're watching some weird Ash monster, but like, at least the older ones had characters, and they would explain like their story that was similar to the game. Like, Brock was a gym leader, and Ash met him at the gym, actually battling him, and then Brock decided to go with Ash. And Misty, you found out later that she was the sister of Cerulean City. But in the new one, I don't know if I'm just missing something, so disregard this if I am. But I love school animes, but the school in this just does not work. And I know the school was in the game, but you weren't enrolled in that school for that long. In the anime, a big part of the story is Ash going to the school with the other trial masters, or whatever you want to call them. But it just doesn't work. It feels like it takes away kind of their power, because Ash is on the same level as them. He's going to school with them, so what makes them, I don't know. There's too many characters. I know that, I don't know how to explain it now, but it's easy to manage watching Pokemon when you're only following, the traditional 2 partners, or an X and Y 3 partners. But when it just comes to all these different people that are all like trial masters, and it's just Ash stays at school with them. It's not about his adventure, his trial adventure. It's just about him talking to them and going to school with them and other stories. But it's not about him going on the trials and progressing. I don't even think he has a rival. It's just stagnant. It's not, you don't know, like, that just kind of bothers me about it, because there's no sense of, oh, the storyline is progressing, because each story ends in the episode. Like, it's more of just a traditional anime, or like a TV show in general, where you have one story and that story is over at the end of the episode. There's no real, like, story that keeps continuing, like, to be continued. Sun and Moon, you just have, but now I'm happy because they're starting to follow Ultra Sun and Moon in the anime, and that's giving you more of a story. But I just kind of wish that it was more like the game, where Ash could have at least other people traveling with him. It would be cool if they brought back, it could be like a best of, where he could travel with maybe May or Misty and Brock. But it just seems so empty, because there's no build-up. You're already introduced to all of them in the anime, so there's no point in going on the trials, because you already know who they are. I don't know, that's just me, but I just feel like I couldn't get into the anime because of that. And And they also make Ash so stupid. It's like, I know in the older ones, he's kind of that naive little boy that's like, just, you know, what's it called? But anyway, he's just that stereotypical, like, troublemaker. And he's just kind of a dimwit. But at least he had his moments, and he really broke through, and he was very determined. But in the newer ones, he's just like, oh, derpy-doo, I beat another person, yay, friendship. But I just feel like they dumbed him down a lot. Because in X and Y, he was a little dumb because he's like, science is amazing. But in Sun and Moon, he's super dumb. Like, in the older ones, he was immature, but he came through, and he was mature in certain moments, and that made the story, like, that made it more emotional when Ash, like, developed as a character. But in this one, he's just stupid. Like, he doesn't develop. I just feel like he's this happy-go-lucky, you know, Mary Sue, and that nothing can go wrong. I'm always gonna beat everyone. I'm the best. There's no build-up, and there's no trial and error. It's always happy. And I know I love Pokemon for being happy, but I just feel like that there's no character development on any of them. And when it does happen, it's incredibly rushed. Like, I forget her name, but it's the newest girl. I don't know. But she's the blonde girl. And in the game, there's this whole thing where she was scared to make her own decisions, and there's this build-up, and she finally made her own decision. But in the anime, it's like, oh, her mom gets sucked into a wormhole, and like 5 minutes later, she's like, I'm gonna wear what I want and tie my hair up. I just feel like that it's incredibly rushed, and there's no build-up, there's no room to really grow on the characters because they're just so stagnant. Wow. I really got off track there. But I wonder if anyone else feels that way, because in the older anime, it feels like there is more emotion. That's how I can sum it up. There was more emotion in the older anime. But with the newer one, it's just kind of like, they're losing their emotion. And there's no build up, or I don't know. I don't know if anyone else feels the same, but it would be interesting to hear from anyone. But I just feel like that there's just something not there in the new one. Just the emotion. That's really all I have to say for now. I'm gonna make another podcast soon. I don't know if it's gonna be about Pokemon again, but I hope you enjoyed my rambling. And if anyone's watching this, thank you for your time. And also, I'm sorry, I'm incredibly awkward and shy. So I'm sorry if I ever come off rude. I'm very shy, and I don't know how to speak human. So, thank you for listening and giving your time, and I just really appreciate anyone who's watching this. Because I do podcasts just sort of pass the time, because sometimes it's just tough, but I really enjoy doing these, so thank you so much for listening, and maybe I'll be back soon, but thank you.